Hi, hello everyone. How's it going? How are you doing? Um, the reason why the jacket is already off is because Kuiper the fastest on the jump anyone has been so far. I didn't even get on screen before I had to take it off. But anyways, yes, okay. We're gonna be in this lobby for a little bit, so I figured I might as well just start and we can talk while people show up. But we're gonna be playing King of the Castle, which we played on stream a couple weeks ago, and it was a really good time. So, if you would like to join the game, you can join via browser, whether it's on your phone or on your computer, whatever. Um, you go to kotc.app and then enter the room code XHCF, and you can become one of the nobles of this kingdom who has to cause problems for me. Well, let me just put that in the... Oh, wait. Make sure that I got this correct. Yes, cause trouble. Cause problems. It's what we do best. You're trying to usurp my throne. XHCF. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. I'm just going to pin that one for now, and hopefully we won't have to... We'll manually unpin that when it's done. But yeah, if you go to that link, you join the game, you can cause problems for us. Also, there's drops enabled. I didn't even realize. You can get cool accessories for your king if you just decide to buy the game. Purchase is not required, though, for this. Sorry, these games are always a little bit awkward to start up while you wait for people to filter in, because you're like, hey, how y'all doing? Ba, 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 ba. We have our first noble, Kiefer of the Chiefs of the North. A very good looking chief. We're probably gonna give it like 5-ish minutes, just to give people enough time. Because I also started late. And I want to make sure we have a good number of people for when we actually get to playing it. um, ba -ba 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 -ba. See what else there is that I can do to try and bully people into joining. Yeah, I don't know. This was a really fun game last time that we played it. We were still trying to figure it out because there's a lot to do when you're the person who's running the game. You know, you've got to be in charge of the whole kingdom. It took a little while to get used to it. But then it was a really good time. And now this time, I have some experience, so I can't just be pushed around. I will still almost certainly lose, but... You know what? What if I don't? Also... I don't know if I asked already, but how's everybody's day doing? What has everyone been up to today? I have been working on this goddamn Spike Chunsoft video, and it is ruining my life. I am simply unable to get it all done. Already, oh wait, actually, how long is it at this point? I think it's 16,000 words now. Hey, Lena! How's it going? Also, I'm glad you're here to spectate the chaos. You could also join in on the chaos if you would like to. You can become one of the nobles. You can cause problems, cause chaos, confusion, and madness. If you go to the link and then the room code up top, then all of that, your place among the nobility can be secured. Excuse me. Also, if you own the game and you link it to your Twitch and stuff, then you can also choose which one you want to be in. But... Hold on. Sorry, I had to cough. I'm doing good. I'm still a little... Like, I'm getting close to finishing this video. And that's, like... That's what I'm happy about, because that thing has been, like, weighing on my mind for way too long at this point, and I'd like to just be free of it all. I have no idea what a normal number of people to, like, expect would be for this. Because last time I think that the Twitch algorithm kind of put me near the top of the list, and then a bunch of people joined because it's like... Because anyone can join and play for a little bit. Um, yeah, we'll give it until we at least have one person in each of our little regions, in each of our nations, which shouldn't take too long, I don't think, but we shall see. Also, I can't remember how things ended last time. I'd have to look it up. I have been mostly hydrating. Been doing my best. Hey, Cookie Cat, how are you doing? If you'd like to join, the information is in the pinned comment, and we'd love to have you in this one. God, I'm dying today. I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, ideally we'll wait until we have at least one person in each group, maybe two. We'll see how many people show up. But there's also always an opportunity for people to show up as we go. My friends not want to block me. Oh no. How bad was the joke? Were they right to bonk you for it? I know, Lena, don't worry. I've been doing my best to hydrate and keep track of it. Oh, that was a very dad joke. Oh, exciting. You know what? A good dad joke is always... Well, good dad joke, bad dad joke, they all count. Don't know how to... I don't know what to do from here. Sorry, I know it's boring to be sitting in the lobby the whole time, but I want to make sure that we can get enough people in. Oh my god, I just saw a thing that somebody had posted of like a piece or a corn on the cob, like a corn cob, whatever, that had like a little spike coming out of the top and called it a unicorn. That joke is good enough, I'll keep it in my data. God damn it. Also, Cookie Cat has joined the Barons. We need one more for the Grandees of the South. And then we can get started and more people can join as we go. Ba, 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 ba. Hi, Noodle. How's it going? Would you like to cause problems and be a menace for me? You can join as one of the nobles trying to overthrow the kingdom. Just vibing. That's good. Just being very... vibing in a very say-so-normal, sane way. If anyone would like to join, remember the information is just in the pinned chat. You go to that link in your web browser, then you put in that code, and then you'll be able to join. Would it maybe be better to do this through Twitch chat? Not sure if that would be better. Because that is an option, but I don't know if it makes more sense to do it that way. Oh no, I lost Kuiper. Oh no. Okay, we'll get there in the end. We could just try and do one through Twitch chat. That might be the easier way to do this, at least for the first round. If it ends up being too much of a problem, we could always go back, I guess, but... Actually, we can always just... We'll definitely turn that on in case it messes up. Yeah. Lena, Noodle, anybody else who would like to join in who has not currently joined. We need one more to start the games. I'll say sanity is overrated. I mean, we're going to do some stupid shit in this game anyways, so... Any sanity we have going into it might not make it out the other side, but that's okay. Or would we actually... I don't know, would it be better to do through Twitch chat? I think that makes it more accessible for people. Oh yes, sanity is left. Exactly. We'll currently probably don't have this. Yeah, exactly. I think... I think we might just start this through the Twitch chat unless somebody else shows up in the next like minute or so. Because I feel bad for making people sit around and wait. And if we don't end up with enough people to like properly play, then we'll just, I don't know, we can play something else down the road. But like, I'd like to have another stream of this. This was a good time last time. Maybe we'll loop back around to it after if it doesn't end up working out. Hey MSB with a whole bunch of kids. How's it going? How are you doing? Yes. Oh, we're just doing it through like the browser one. Actually, what? You know what? Let's just do it through the Twitch chat one. Fuck it. We're just gonna go back and reset that. I thought we'd do it through the party game version, but play on Twitch is probably just gonna be easier. I think I have this extension. Hold on. We'll set it up with the same groups. We'll try again. Okay, there we go. So if you would like to join the game now, you just type in chat with the !join command. And hopefully that'll be a little bit easier and more accessible. Oh yeah. Yes. I think. What should I move over to the Barons? Oh. Oh, maybe you just have to do, like, maybe just be join Barons? I'm not sure. Anyways. Yes. Let me just... Let's see. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure why I did that. Hopefully it's okay to be on the Grandees. If not, frankly, I'll probably lose pretty quickly anyway. Last time it went pretty quickly not in my favor. So we'll see.
You're easily impressed.
Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We can probably just start from here and then go. That makes sense. We've been live for like 17 minutes. We might as well. People can join as we play and it'll all be a good time. Next in the game, delete the other cookie cat. Nope. A new message. Oh, thank you, Lena. Okay, so our noble list for right now. We've got 2 grandees, a chief, and a baron, but anybody can join. Alright, let's go to our coronation first real quick. Alright, Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? To delay any longer would make the nobles restless, and when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Very well then, what must I do? As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Let's get this over with then. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright, so we're starting with this. This is going to be our first vote. I'm not sure how the voting goes for this. We'll see. I I think we'll probably do... Actually, I'll leave you guys open to this. So, to vote, you'll type exclamation point vote, and then A, B, C, or D, whatever your option is, in the chat. We'll see how this works, because we didn't do it with Twitch chat last time. I should have vetoed the throwing the king in the river. Everyone's a hater. Also, Alana, you'll have to join before it'll allow you to vote. Exclamation point, join, and then you can vote for whichever one it puts you in. Also, hi, Alana. Cookie Cat, we still need your vote. Alana has joined the Barons. And I guess is gonna vote to throw me in the river. Or can we still vote? Because there's still time, but... Oh, you did vote. What was it? Who am I thinking didn't vote? Oh, wait, the one version of you didn't. Oh, shit. There are 2 Cookie Cats. Okay, well, I guess... We'll have to force the end to some votes over time. I wonder if it's... I don't think I can, like, kick you from it or anything. Or kick that one. It is decided the king will be thrown in the river. Stability has gone up, and authority has gone down. What kind of a coronation is that? A very traditional ceremony dating back to Queen Alma the Wise. It's meant to represent you being reborn as a true king. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurling you in the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up on the banks, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forwards and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or some of the nobles' stifling giggles? Yeah, I'm not a very smart man, is the problem. I did not realize until too late. Anyways. Let's do our council introductions. Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the wintry north, the scorching south, and of course the bleak march. Let's talk to the chiefs of the north. We've got Kiefer. Good luck in the days ahead, your greatness. You'll need it dealing with us, lot. The grandees of the south, we've got Cookie Cat. In absentia. May the ninth god bless your reign, your highness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. And... I don't think that... Okay. I don't think we introduced ourselves to somebody else, but that's okay. You sigh and sit back. Is this what council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Path to victory. Spy master. Cookie Cat is an imposter. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Oh shit, I don't remember what we were gonna do this time. Let's... Stability. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's stability as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, your majesty. You're going to need it, because every other time so far, luck has not been on our side. Alright. Verse of the Ilanabi bloodline, notorious marcher elder, stands before a blazing hearth, roaring with arms outstretched. When have the barons of the march backed down from a fight? Never. I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. Alright, barons. The 2 of you will get to vote for what your scheme is going to be. Vote, exclamation, you do, vote... Or exclamation point, vote A or B or C to make your choice. Oh, so apparently I have 6 nobles. Let's see, I can count. I think we really have 4. Alright, Cookie Cat. And the votes have it. They're going for some wealth. They're going for money. They're going for capitalism. The barons plan to incite a peasant uprising to overthrow the king before swooping in to steal the throne for themselves. To advance their scheme, the barons must raise the treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. Well... Lumi of the Kiefer clan, legendary northern prodigy, stands precarious on a longhouse crossbeam, spitting as they speak. Chiefs of the north, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter King Viv. How do we make that happen? Alright. Our long list of chiefs gets to pick one. What oh what will the chiefs be doing? Lowering stability, raising authority, or lowering all faith? Excellent, we're raising authority. Let me just make sure that I have this. Okay. The chiefs plan to realize an ancient northern prophecy. Before the new monarch rises, the kingdom will be ruled by a mad tyrant. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Interesting. And for the grandees, Angelo of the MSB KKKKKK lineage, eccentric political mastermind, stands bathed in sunshine, speaking softly. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Technically, we have 2 grandees, but unfortunately, only one of them is a voting member. So, I don't get where it says 6 nobles. I wonder if it counts me as a noble in all of this. Anyways. We can either raise authority, lower our own defiance, or lower stability. Hello, Tiefling Doggo. How's it going? How are you doing? You're noble in our hearts, but don't worry. I don't know if I have a noble heart. Yes, Tiefling Doggo, if you'd like to join the game, just type join in chat and you'll be able to be part of the group. Be part of the problem causers. Because we don't have a vote yet. MSB, we're waiting. What will you do to place your preferred claimant on the throne? Actually, if I press continue, does it just like default to one of them? I mean, I guess. Tragically, we have 2 grandees, and neither of them are voting. Nobody has voted for sorcery, but you're doing that anyways. Your role is to raise authority. The grandees plan to make a bargain with a wizard. These immortal spellcasters seldom get involved in political squabbles, but perhaps if the king was considered a threat to their autonomy. To advance their scheme, the grandees must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Alright. So both the chiefs and the grandees are trying to raise authority to at least 5 within the next 2 seasons. Thanks for the follow, Bob Communist. How's it going? And the barons of the march are looking to raise the kingdom's treasury to at least 2,000. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. By royal decree, we can tweak the laws governing how the council votes. We can't pass more than 3 laws at once. Treasury, if the nobles vote for the option. Yes, we're going to be bribing you guys with this. Alright. Let's get to it. We've got a contentious sale, the honor guard, and a call for apprentices. Let's deal with our honor guard first. One evening, you're sitting up in bed, reading some paperwork, when a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into your bedchamber, bold as brass. Hello, you Madge. Glad I finally found you. This bloody place is a maze. Mind if I take a seat? Yes, I do mind. I'll stand then, no problem. Listen, I've got a bloody great idea for you. What if we chopped off the legs off horses and replaced them with wheels? Boom! Faster transport. Before the peasant can explain further, your marshal bursts into the bedchamber, sword drawn. Time for an error. Your Majesty, I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the palace watch are. Do you want me to kill this intruder? Yeah, kill him. The marshal's sword flashes, parting the peasant's head from his shoulders. Blood spurts across your favorite duvet. One thing's clear from this mess, it's that you need an honor guard who can actually keep you safe, not like this pathetic watch. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'll be loyal to coin above all. See, I think the thing is, I don't want a whole bunch of money anyways. But let's experience them. From the north, we have bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest, but they're honorable and in a fight, unbeatable. Yes, I'm live, Cyanide. How are you doing today, by the way? Southern Battle Nuns. Terrifying warriors, and they've sworn a vow of silence, so at least they won't spill state secrets. But their faith and loyalty is to the church above all, even your safety. What about the veterans of the march? These soldiers have fought more battles and they've had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well to the life in the palace. but they're loyal and tough as nails. And the mercenaries. A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will betray a lack of confidence in our kingdom's fighters. See... Oh, this is really like the best of both worlds. We lose money, and we lose authority. Battle-bitten brethren arrive a few weeks later. You've never seen such a gang of huge, unpleasant-looking cutthroats, sneering and smirking and cleaning their fingernails with daggers. Also, yeah, Twitch is being wonky lately still with that stuff. I've had a few issues with that. Oh look, and now we got a second chief. Your fears are assuaged by their commander, a gray-haired man who calmly explains the service they provide. As long as the coin doesn't run out, they'll sacrifice themselves to the last man on your behalf. Ooh, I have scored a drop. Alright. Now, let's go to the contentious sail up in the north. Chief Cyanide Infusion. Your greatness, this is an outrage. Grandee Bob Communist is trying to steal my bear from under my nose. Our bear, I think. Bob Communist, what do you have to say? It's not their bear. I was about to buy this beast from an adventure in the Tatterlands when Chief Cyanide Infusion turned up, shouting and raving about Skurinorn? Who is this Skurinorn? The northern goddess of medicine and knowledge. The bear wears her mark upon her brow, clear as day. Tell me more about the bear. She's a magnificent specimen. She'll be a great addition to my menagerie. Suppose this is a matter for the council. Mark my words, if this bear is not brought to the north where she belongs, there'll be trouble. Alright. So, our options are A. If it's sacred, Cyanide Infusion should have the bear. B. Finders Keepers, Grandee Bob Communist can have the bear. C. Encourage a bidding war between the two nobles. Now, I think it's funnier if I make you guys fight. So you will get an extra 500 in personal wealth if you vote for a bidding war. I don't care about this primitive religion. Yeah. Still got 13 seconds left. I'm gonna do that regardless, Viv. I'm sure that you were. Alright, voting is about... We'll give another few seconds if you would like to cast your vote as one of the remaining people. Get your extra $500. Otherwise, we're going to move along. Going forward, we're not going to try and drag it out too much on the votes, but for that one, given that there's, you know, $500 if they vote for it, I might as well. In a furious back and forth, the nobles battle it out for ownership of the bear. Eventually, Chief Cyanide Infusion wins out. The Tatterlands adventurer is delighted and goes away with more money than she knows what to do with. The North's defiance has gone down, and all of your money is gone too, Cyanide, so... Naturally, the Grandees aren't happy to have lost their potential zoo exhibit, but there's little they can do. The bear turns out to be a fearsome creature with bright white fur and intent green eyes, and she's vast. Even on all fours, she stands taller than a wagon. She's transported north slowly and carefully, sedated by special herbs and followed by a stream of worshipping villagers. Chief Cyanide Infusion is delighted that Skurinorn's will has been done. Somehow that's caused you guys to lower faith, even though... Wait. Aren't you worship? Whatever. You know what? It is what it is. A call for apprentices. Let's figure it out. Baron Alana B. Bad news, Your Highness. The meddling wizard has set up shop in Hartsburg. I believe it is Burst, the Lord of the Bells. Tell me more about this wizard. Wizards have managed a tame creation in them or itself. They wield untold power and are naturally distrusted by the church. Even the High Inquisitor wouldn't dare move against them openly. Burst has influence over sound and its counterpart, silence. Though this power seems meager compared to other wizards, they are not to be underestimated. Revolution is already on the minds. They've put out a call for new apprentices, which is a rare event. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking common folk from all over the march are lining up for their chance. Not just peasants. I, Cyanide Infusion, have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those villagers are no match. I will be the most powerful noble this council has ever seen. Hires. God damn. You? You couldn't put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help. Also, thank you for the hydration, Redeem Cyanide. We can't let this go ahead. Not only is it heresy, it presents a clear and dangerous conflict of interest. Conflict of interest? How? Wizards answer only to themselves. Their power is unmatched, such that entire kingdoms cannot stand against them. Even an apprentice on the council would be disastrous. Chief Cyanide Infusion could use magic to interfere with votes. Or you, for that matter. Then we shall assemble the council. Thanks, my liege. Alright. So, should Chief Cyanide Infusion be allowed to apprentice under the Wizard Burst in the March? So, you'll go with vote A if you want to allow it. B if you want to require that they forfeit their noble title in order to become an apprentice. Or C, forbid them from traveling to Hartsburg. I don't know which one I think is the funniest here. You know what? We're just going to let you guys decide. I'm not going to try and influence this vote. I think it's funnier to see what you guys think. We're going to be split on factional lines, do we think? Oh. We still got votes from a couple of people that might come in. Any last minute votes? No? Then we shall declare it in favor of A. Yeah, I like that you're allowed to vote on it too, Cyanide. It's like, oh, well, I wonder what you're going to pick. Alright. We are allowing Chief Cyanide Infusion to become an apprentice. By the 9th, how will they keep up with their noble duties if they're spending all their time in the march with this wizard? I mean, the North seems super happy with me right now. Their defiance is so low. And what if 9th Preservists, they actually passed their apprenticeship? There's never been a wizard on the council before. You never know, it might just like liven things up around here. You have nothing to fear from me, Your Majesty. I'll always have the kingdom's interests at heart, even as a wizard. Sure. Okay, broke boy. Or broke person. Wait. Yeah, broke person. Fuck. Chief Cyanide Infusion immediately sets off on their journey to March. Bersk's presence in Hartsburg attracts all sorts of visitors, though the power of their latent magic starts to wilt crops for miles around. Love that you guys have just got worse farmland. Last I did nothing other than invest in aqueducts. I feel like I'm fine. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, speaking of that, it is now time to do this. So, you are going to be able to use your personal wealth to vote for any of these buildings. The way it's going to work is that you will type in !fund XY, where X is the character code, so A, B, C, D, E, or F, and Y is going to be the number amount of dollars you want to spend on it. I hope that makes sense to everyone. Wait, does it have Kuiper just like not a noble, but also... I'm confused with what's going on there. Oh, that's probably where the extra noble is coming from in that list, although I'm not sure what you would do with it. Anyways. No mana. Alright. Let's start the auction. Also, we'll go back to this point so you guys can see what all the stats are. So, if the library receives funding, you would stability would go up. If the Thieves Guild received funding, trade would go down by 1 for the Barons. If the Grand Bazaar was funded, C, trade would go up by 1 for them. If the prison was funded, stability would go down, so that would be D. For E, the fortress, military goes up for the grandees by 1. And F, the monument, authority goes up by 1. As of right... God damn it. God damn it. And Alana's doing purity culture. Can't have anything nice around here. Very cringe. Super cringe. Time is up for the bidding. This one just goes, or this one ends automatically after 60 seconds, so gotta be fast. Alana has spent $1,000 on the library. Stability goes up by 1. Bob Communist has spent $400 on the fortress. Military goes up by 1 for the grandees. Alright, we've got a rogue golem, finding a spouse, a pillar of the community. Let's find a Cetus first. We need to figure out who we're going to marry. I have not yet had an heir in any of the games we've played of this. In the twisty passages of the castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master, but there's one person you can't avoid, your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I've been busy. You better find the time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Men. Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. It's your day. Yeah, exactly. That's true. It would be kind of funny if the game allowed you to like marry a same-sex partner, but like you do have to. It doesn't allow you to just be like, nah, we're just gonna keep trying. Yes, you can be gay in this game. All right, let's go to the rogue golem. What's up with them? All right, Cookie Cat. A rogue golem has crossed into our territory over the Ashmidian border, Your Majesty. This could be an exciting opportunity. What's a golem? A machine in the shape of a man, usually sculpted from clay or stone. The Ashmidians use them for drudge work or warfare. That's the weird way to say that. Empreg, yeah. Canonically, Empreg is a part of this game. That's just how it is. Why did it cross over here? It was instructed to dig a trench, but evidently not told when to stop. It had dug a 16-mile furrow through the landscape and over the border by the time we stopped it. Please, my liege, this is our chance to figure out how this golem magic works. We could even turn it against Ashmead. Your Majesty, the barons would drown their own grandmothers to gain an advantage over Ashmead, or over the chiefs and grandees. Golems are an offense to the ninth god, and they're dangerous. We should destroy it before it gets out of control. Alright, so, now we have 4 options. We can use it as a source of labor, add it to the Marcher army. Take it apart and figure out its secrets, or destroy it. I think we should destroy it. It's an affront unto God. Make Viv pregnant. I mean, I'm trying my best. I don't know what to tell you. Cast your votes. Damn, nobody wants an extra $500? That's unfortunate. Some of you could use it. Also, I just realized I need to claim my the drop that I got for this. Okay. Sorry, we're back. Alright, I mean, I guess that's our votes cast. He has won with Take It Apart and Find Out Its Secrets. No one here is holy. I destroyed it a bit harsh. It's a golem, it's not alive. The secrets of the golems have been a mystery for too long. I'll put our very best artisans to work figuring it out. Faith has gone down, but trade... Oh, as they disassemble it, however, some kind of Ashmedian safety measure gets tripped. The golem goes wild, killing dozens of artisans. So trade has not been improved. Then it goes on a rampage, pulling up farmland and massacring peasants across the march. Farming is now meager, and stability has gone down. After many casualties, the marcher troops are finally able to put it down. In the aftermath, you're left with nothing but clay shards and regret. Good job, barons. You guys have really done yourselves a favor with that one. Alright. Pillar of the community. Your Highness, I regret to have to bring this matter to you, but there's no other way. We've been tracking a northern criminal who's wanted in conjunction with a number of high-profile incidents back home. Crusade at the Blues, they've gone well. We thought she'd slipped the net until recently when we discovered she fled to the south a number of years ago, but the Grandees are refusing to let us investigate further. Who is this? We don't know her real name, but the villagers call her Backstab Penny. She's lied, cheated, and murdered her way across halfway across the north. Wait a minute, are you talking about merry old Penny? She's a pillar of the community back in Haranza. She arrived a few years ago from the north and used her wealth to to invest in local businesses and set up an orphanage. Everybody loves her. Surely you jest. Merry old Penny? This woman is a bloodthirsty criminal and must be punished. Alright, what are we going to do? We can send her back to the north, allow her to stay in the south under the protection of the Grandees, or summon her to the capital to answer the king's justice. I think I should get to choose something for once. Hey Val, how are you doing? Also, if you'd like to join, be sure to type in !join and you can become part of the problem. Your nobles automatically join regions with the fewest active members, which may make them favorable. Oh, okay, that's why. Val is part of the Grandees, which technically has 4 people, but only 2 of whom are voting, I think, at this point. We'll give people a few extra seconds to cast their votes. We're the solution, you're the problem, Mr. King. Look. When all you have is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. Anyways. I've gotten what I wanted, because I want to see what happens if I get to make the choice. When Backstab Penny arrives in the capital, she looks like she's any other sweet old lady, the sort of woman who gives local children candies against their parents' wishes. How can I help you, dearie? It does say she's of the north. How do you plead to Chief Cyanide's cyanide infusion's accusations? Oh dear, I'm afraid cyanide infusion must have mistaken me for someone else. I swear by every god there is, your majesty, I've never pillaged anything but my pantry. Why do you have the same name as this outlaw? Oh, well, there's lots of people from the north called Penny. It's a very common name. Even my mother was called Penny. Why did you move to the south? I always liked it there. The people are so delightfully, different. And they love orphans, just like me. Have I mentioned that I love orphans? They remind me of myself. I was an orphan for as long as I can... Really? You were an orphan since birth, but you know your mother's name? Suddenly, Penny's face shifts. She adjusts her posture, standing up straighter and stares you right in the eyes. Alright, you got me. I'm Backstab Penny, but I'm reformed now. See? Ask the orphans. Do we have any orphans to ask? No, your majesty. We didn't really think it was important to bring any along. You think your good deeds wash out the bad? I hope so, your highness, or else I wouldn't have done them. Okay, so you don't care about reforming yourself. You straight up are just like, yeah, I was a good person to kind of balance it out. It's all much of a muchness, really, though, isn't it? Or ain't it? I've already admitted I'm the one cyanide infusion was looking for, that pompous idiot. So, what are you going to do to me? Putting her in jail would be expensive. I'm glad justice will be done, though I'd have preferred if we in the north had been able to pass this sentence. Oh, good God. When the watch approached Penny, she reassumes her previous persona. She bends her back, puts on a smile, and then fake hobbles outside to face the executioner. Later, you hear that the capital has seen some light rioting over your decision to execute a nice old lady. I probably should have seen that coming. Should have just given her to the north. Let's end our season. We're going to be voting for stuff. Oh, interpreting the prophecy. Far to the north, where snow blankets the landscape and wolves howl in the night, the chiefs uncover an ancient prophecy foretelling the rise of a tyrant king and the warrior who will overthrow him. This isn't what the prophecy says would happen. Right, wasn't there supposed to be a tyrant king? Something about drowning the kingdom in blood? Aye, aye, keep your hat on. We're not there yet, but he needs a bit of encouragement, that's all. A few more executions, unjust imprisonments, that sort of thing, then the prophecy will be fulfilled and Lumi will rise. The chief's aim is to raise authority to at least 5. Discontent on the rise for the march. Across the kingdom, discontent with the king is rising. Everyone knew he was better off, but until now, it hadn't occurred to most people just how much better off. Now, the peasants are all asking all sorts of troublesome questions about their benevolent overlord, and, as everyone knows, once a question has been asked, it can't be unasked. Somewhere in the march, a group of barons are touring Baron Cookie Cat 53's impressive trophy room. Once the tour is over, a bottle of brandy is uncorked, and the barons settle down for some light treason as a treat. The peasants are getting rowdy, and it's all thanks to us. Now that they know how much wealth the king's hiding, they're itching to get rid of him. Careful we don't let them get too riled up, mind you, or they'll start asking questions about our wealth as well. Are you guys wealthy? You could be poorer. Aye, now it's time to incite some real chaos. Show them that King Viv is not only greedy, he is utterly incompetent too. For the next stage of their scheme, the barons must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. And our final group, the Grandees, who have also not succeeded yet. Down in the south, Grandee MSB is practicing his swordplay, cutting a dummy to ribbons. Any luck finding a wizard to aid our cause? Nah, I'm afraid not. King Viv is weak, and the wizards are satisfied that they needn't worry about royal meddling in their affairs. We must try harder. The Grandee's aim is to raise authority to 5 or more. So both the chiefs and the Grandees are currently facing an obstacle. Now, the thing is... kind of fuck all of you, frankly, for what you're doing to me. Do we... How much money does everyone have? Everyone's got at least 500, which means I can take at least 400 from each of you. It would increase defiance. Money too. Everyone's a hater. Let's see. The thing is, the Grandees have the most money. You know what? I would like more money, too. Defiance has increased across the realms. I can't allow that to get much higher. We've got eligible... What are our other ones? Is there not a... Oh, it's behind here, that's why. Eligible options. Let's look at our husbands. I found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young man from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, yes, I know. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Let's see the eligible bachelors. She whisks the cloth away from the first portrait. This is Magnus, firstborn son of the Northern Kiefer clan. From what I've heard, he knows exactly what he wants and will do whatever is necessary to get it. Always got his nose in a book from what I've heard. Had a bit of a controversy a while back when his clan hall burned down. He was to blame somehow. Let's see the appeal so far. From the south, Zakil, the eldest son of the Virtua Valentine lineage. He's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? Val, your son's hot. You seem to do this regularly. Jesus Christ. Like many in the south, he claims to put his faith in the ninth god above all worldly concerns, and he's got grand plans by all accounts. He wants to change the world. Not bad at all. And finally, we have the March's offering. Jacob, scion of the prestigious Cookie Cat bloodline. A typical baron, really. Loud and brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. He had a meaningful encounter with a wizard a few years ago, and now spends most of his time brewing strange potions. Also got into a fight with his local bishop a couple years back, gave him a bloody nose. Sounds like a laugh. Yeah, Val, not gonna lie, your son... Again, this has happened in, like, I think at least one of the games last time we played. Your son was also hot, and I chose him. Alright, we'll gain a lifelong alliance with whichever one we pick. Definitely picking my turn. Yeah, Cookie, I'm very sorry. Your son is kind of... Your son is kind of fighting an uphill battle. But I think we're going to probably go... Because also the thing is, I need to lower this defiance. So we're going to go with Zakil of the South. Oh, well, I guess I kind of just... Overall, I feel like that was a net smart decision. Also, I guess I couldn't have picked anyone else, because if I picked anyone else, authority would have been too low. That was the bachelor, but they said... No, I married your son the last time. Wait, hold on, what? Yeah, I married your son at least once in the last games, and then he didn't give me a son. It was very tragic. Cast out. Oh, wait, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Oh, yeah, no, never mind, you're right, yeah. Because your son was, I think, the usurper that came from your nation, from your tribe, or your group, whatever, and he was hot, but the son I sent in as the bachelor was not. It's an outrage, it's undignified, they can't do this, gods be good. Why is there a skeleton in front of me? It's me, Chief Cyanide Infusion. Bestie, you're not doing too good. I lost my skin in an accident involving a giant bell not 3 weeks into my training with Burst, but now they've cast me out. It's Undertale Sands, oh no. They say I have no discernible magical acumen, whatever that means. I demand vengeance. Show Burst what it means to insult a member of King Viv's council. Counterpoint, fuck around and find out. What should be done about Burst skeletonizing and then discarding Chief Cyanide Infusion? Oh, we've got interesting choices. So we can do nothing. We can demand compensation for the loss of Chief Cyanide Infusion's flesh. I don't know if that's really going to work for us. Arrest Burst for skeletonization. Or a skeleton cannot be chief. Cyanide Infusion's lands must be forfeited. Also, thank you for taking off the jacket. I appreciate it. You know, what's your diet? Alright, so... I mean, you guys could all use some money, too. And I think you guys would also agree that it's funniest to just, like... They fuck around and find out. Let's go with D. D is the one you'll get an extra $500 if you vote for it. What is a skeleton's favorite snack, Val? Oh shit. I don't know how many active people we have. But I think we're split. Ribs, spare ribs. I hate that. D erases skeletons. Vote is tied at 3. And you know what? Thoughts and prayers, RIP. A skeleton cannot be chief. Cyanide Infusion's lands must be forfeited. You chose to get in with the wizards. What? I was not aware nobility required skin. This is a daylight robbery. To be clear, it's not that it requires skin. It requires blood. You can't have a bloodline without blood, Bestie. I'm sorry. The skeleton continues shaking and rattling in anger all the way back to the north, where they conveniently kick the bucket not long after. Look, This skeleton's got other stuff going on. As it turns out, proximity to Berg's magic was the only thing keeping them quote-unquote alive. See, you weren't even really alive. Are any of us really living? Yeah, cyanide died. Cyanide infusion. Wait, do we not have the second one yet? Oh, never mind. You're just... Damn, it just let you come right back, huh? I wonder his bear is diving in the north. Oh, right, yeah, I guess because there was two... Yeah, cyanide infusion. They're back. Back again. Just as Skirnorn would wish. I wonder if it's going to replace you with your descendant after this. But wait, there's more. The flesh has been returned. The gods' figures have gained new visions of new herbs and medicines ever since she arrived. The gods are good. Time for the real questions. Is she adorable and fluffy? She's an avatar of one of our most powerful deities, Your Majesty, but yes, she is very fluffy. The only thing is that she's eating a lot. Our hunters have to push into the frozen wastes to find enough food to go around. Having second thoughts, are you? Mayhaps the bear would do better in a nice cozy menagerie, Oh, why is her transition? Jesus Christ. Alright. Sacred Bear has put a dent in northern food supplies. Can the council help? Alright. You can either A. Demand that the other nobles donate their crops. B. Import fine meats for the beast. C. Leave the chiefs to feed their own bear. Or D. Transfer ownership of the bear to Grandee Bob Communist. I'm not letting you guys spend $1,700 of my money. You guys can decide what your plan is here. Look, you guys cannot be possibly be shocked that I was like, not give you guys more stuff. Excuse me, I'm dying. Feed Fluffy. Yes, so other nobles donating crops. Poor Bob Communist. You know, you deserve better. You deserved your bear. We all deserve a bear in our lives. Also, I just realized stability is at not a great point. I should have thought this through more. I think I might have accidentally just allowed the march to do a rebellion. That's not great. Grumbling, the nobles gather their crops and send them to the chiefs to help them support their sacred bear. She grows sleeker and happier by the day, as do the chiefs, who take the choicest cuts of meat and ripest vegetables for themselves. But across the land, peasants start to wonder openly why a bear is being given special treatment over the people. I'm starting to see that I might have accidentally girl bossed a little too close to the sun here. Oh. I kind of like the idea of allowing it. I don't know if we're going to be playing for much longer. I think I might have accidentally screwed myself. But if it continues, we'll be adding in this. Oh, rebellion report. One of the regions are able to rebel, as their defiance status is higher than both authority and stability. If the rebels get more victory points than the loyalists, they'll win the game. If the loyalists get more victory points, they'll put down the rebellion and continue. If multiple regions rebel and win, a vote between the two rebelling regions with the highest stats will determine the successor. Important, rebelling regions have their schemes paused. Regions with a high military stat are more likely to overthrow the monarch with a rebellion. 0 stat endings. If stability, authority, or treasure hits 0, the rebels will win the civil war. So, the march cannot be taxed, cannot take part in normal votes, cannot advance their scheme, but they are trying to rebel. Interesting. 2 needed to start a rebellion. I mean, can you guys just vote to rebel whenever? I don't know about that. God, I wish I was fucked. Anyways, let's talk about our royal wedding. Your kingdom, says Zakil, is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Zakil at your side. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? I do. Then I pronounce you king and husband. And now look at that. Stability is up to a point where you guys can't rebel anymore. Get fucked. Also, yeah, to be clear, Cookie Cat and Alana are the two barons who could have rebelled. But I don't think they can anymore. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast. And after the feast, a dance. And at the feast, your new husband, Zakil, delivers a long, rambling speech that puts everyone to sleep. By the time you find yourself alone with him, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. What a wonderful occasion that was. A shame that tradition demanded we marry in St. Bertrand's Cathedral. I can assure you the temples in the south are much grander. Let's focus on the positive, shall we? Oh, don't worry, I always make the best of things. It can be tough being as gracious as I am. Val, why is your son kind of an asshole? Tell me something you're passionate about. I'm just a humble follower of the Ninth God's teachings, and everywhere I look, I'm surrounded by sinners and heathens. I can't wait to laugh at them from the thereafter. Counterpoint, would you like to become a sinner with me, Zakil? Is it? Or it is, isn't it? Anyways, to continue on the subject, you gently fall asleep to the sound of Zakil droning on about himself. Asshole genetics. Still have a chance. True. Alana is leading the revolution. Interesting. First sentence everyone joining stream, bring me more green. You know what? It's how it goes. Also, hi DJ, how's it going? If you'd like to join, type !join and your pronouns in the chat, and you will be able to join one of our regions. Although we might not be going for very long because I might have fucked up a little too bad. Oh, hey, look, they've got a famine. Hello, Your Majesty. I've traveled all the way from the march to beg you to do something about the price of grain. I can't afford to feed my family. A day of back-breaking work isn't enough to buy a day's worth of bread. Bitch, how is this my fault? She's right. The grain price in the march is beyond all control. Greedy merchants making profit while the common folks starve. Fucking capitalists. Import grain from the south and distribute it for free, I think, is kind of what I want. How much money does everyone have here? They have a decent... Cyanide still has no money, but... This one to me genuinely seems like the best situation for everyone. You guys make the most money. I just am spending my money. Farming, everything gets better this way. Yeah, it's a Twitch integrated type of thing. You don't need to own it to play along. If you just type in chat, you'll be able to play along with us. God damn it, you bunch of lousy capitalists. Ruining everything. I think it should still be the pinned chat, isn't it? Yeah, to join the game, just type !join in chat. And also, since you are here, I will allow you... Well, I guess it's probably not going to change anything, because I think we're out of people who can vote for this. The market will correct itself, yeah. The free market has led you to this point. It's for stability. Yeah. Going forward, DJ, to vote, you would type in !vote, A, B, C, or D. And it would allow you to choose one. God damn it, my stability sucks ass. This was like the one thing I needed to do better. This is fun, yeah. You wait for the free market to solve everyone's problems. And you continue to wait. Any day now. You're sure of it. How did you guys... Fuck, even increased defiance. While you wait, famine ravages the march as the price of grain continues to escalate. What am I saying? Yeah, no worries. Two have voted to rebel. There's a refugee crisis in the march too. Great. The march is experiencing a terrible famine, Your Holiness, and a steady trickle of refugees have been pouring into the south. Yes, it is a terrible tragedy. They're looking for food and steady work, but finding neither, they've turned to begging. The streets of southern cities are now crowded with marcher vagrants. Well, I'm sorry that my suffering people are clogging up their precious southern streets. They need help, not judgment, but will the council give it? You know what? Let's have fun. Fuck it. Anonymous voting. Make your choices. I don't really know what benefit I get from this. Also, I promise I could look at chat, but I am not doing so. Nine seconds remaining. I mean, it's anonymous in the sense that, like, if we were playing this on our mobile devices and stuff, like if you guys were playing through your phones, then it would be more anonymous. Which we can maybe do that for the next round and see if that works better. We just went with this because this was easier to get started. Anyways, I'm very glad I didn't say what I wanted because it was definitely this one. We're distributing grain among the peasants. By distributing grain among the peasants who remain in the march, you alleviate their suffering and reduce the flow of refugees. The treasury has taken a hit. Stability is now teetering. But that's good. Farming is now meager in the march, and Defiance is now aggrieved. But those who have already made their way to the south prove unwilling to return to their homeland, fearing more famine around the corner. Tensions heighten between the barons and grandees. God damn it, grandees, you guys suck. Barons can no longer rebel because Defiance is below authority or stability. Anyways, the season has now ended. I believe... Oh, interpreting the prophecy. Oh, god damn it. Everyone's moving a step forward in this. Although you guys were still trying to... Back in the north, at Chief Kiefer's clan hall, a congregation of god speakers huddle around the tablets. Praise Morgana, the tablets are genuine. And the gods are good, and we are blessed, and Lumi will be our monarch. All hail the Lord Render. Cheers circle the clan hall. A mug of ale is tipped over Lumi's head. The influence of the old gods is spreading. We must ensure we keep the old ways of the north alive, and surely Morgana will bless us with the power to crown Lumi. For the next stage of the chief's scheme, they must lower their faith to 4 or less. Wow, that's kind of bullshit. Just hand them another point, you assholes. Down in the south, Grandee MSB KKKKKK is practicing a swordplay, cutting a dummy to ribbons. Suddenly the sky turns black, a flash of light, a boom of thunder, and a figure stands where the charred scraps of the dummy used to be. I am Athmerl, Wizard of the Storm. Speak your peace, mortal, and be quick. I thought we might have a common goal. The king has been overstepping his bounds recently, hasn't he? This is undeniably true. Watching from the clouds, I have observed many grave injustices committed by the king's minions. Technically, the precepts of magic forbid me from intervening, but alas, my colleagues abandoned that rule long ago. I suppose I gain nothing from keeping to it still. One thing, though. You must deal with the bees on my behalf. Did you say bees? Yes, on this plane they're simple insects, but in the apiary, the world of dreams and magic, they're powerful and intelligent, call themselves the dreams of being. They have an innate fondness for royalty and sometimes protect monarchs from magical interference, but they won't harm non-magical folks beyond the occasional sting, so you can deal with them. For the next stage of their scheme, the Grandees must lower all regions' combined farming to 14 or less in 4 seasons. Again, the game is just handing you guys fucking W's. Yeah, she is hot. Warning, the monarch has no heir. Yeah, no fucking kidding. Disquiet in the south. The good word. Let's see what's happening here. Greetings, Viv. I've had an idea. God damn it, my dumbass hot husband, who's kind of an asshole. As you know, the people of the south are quite pious. As a member of the royal household and an avid adherent to the church myself, I thought I might go back to the homeland for a time and take the opportunity to preach in your favor. You mean make me some kind of saint? Not exactly. I mean, unless they really start to like you, but support from the church can't be a bad thing, can it? 60% is rough, but go forth and teach them to love me. We are blessed. I'll make the preparations immediately. Word spreads fast that the king consort is planning a tour of the south. Thousands flock to the towns and villages where he plans to stop. Once he arrives, Zakiel gives a series of impassioned speeches to the locals, preaching at length about your good standing with the church. Hell yeah. It strikes a chord. The spy master happily announces that your popularity is rising across the region. Finally, one of my husbands does something of value for me. Disquiet in the south. Your Holiness, my peasants accuse me of hoarding wealth. Me! Worse, they're throwing down their tools and burning their belongings, saying they want to live an ascetic life, and that I should do the same. They want to match their outfits with their decor. Wish I could do that. You and the peasants finally have something in common. They don't want to be pinned down by worldly possessions, but burning them is quite the overreaction. Look at our little kingdom. Look at all of our nobles. How many of you are being problems? The ringleader of this movement is a philosopher called Ortega. Oh my god, Jenna Ortega? Love that. She calls herself a voice for the ninth god, and the peasants hang on her every word. They'll be at my door any moment. Alright, how should Ortega and her anti-wealth followers be dealt with? A. Send someone to infiltrate their cult. B. Aggressively break up Ortega's meetings. C. Fire the troublemakers and hire new servants from the march. Interesting. I'm not allowing you guys to lower my stability anymore. You guys can make a different choice. How many of you are being problems? Also, hey, Jenna, sorry, I didn't realize that you were here. Good streaming, not doing anything silly. We'll do everything silly. You can't tell me to do anything else. Also, hi, Joshua. How are you doing? Remember, anyone who would like to join, you can join by typing in !join, as indicated in the pinned chat. Howdy, hello. Interesting. I'll be honest, I kind of figured you guys were going to go for that one. Like for A. 5 nobles have voted to fire the troublemakers and hire new servants from the march. Cyanide, Alana, Val, Kiefer, Cookie. You guys are anti-labor and you will be dealt with. Some barons' wealth has increased. Some grandees' wealth has decreased. Thankfully, as far as the chiefs go, Cyanide has been staying consistent. I'm glad to finally have caught this stream. Aw, thank you so much. I'm glad you're able to make a stream. Also, hey David, how are you doing? Which nation is... Oh, David has joined the chiefs too. Lucky for you guys. It's a pretty good one to have. The barons welcome the extra cash for the use of, their peasants. Yes. But meanwhile, more and more southern servants discard their possessions to follow Ortega's teachings. Good. Oh, fair enough. Oh, that Uppy's mode is so cute. That is adorable. I have a bunch of emotes that are like on the way, and I'm so excited to just have them so I can... Because they're so cute, but they take time. Chief Cyanide and Fusion and their friends have locked themselves in their lodges and are refusing to come out. They say they are learning the ways of Skuranorn. Meanwhile, our trade routes are drying up because of their negligence. Upon my honor, I swear it's that damn bear's fault. Everybody's here. A dangerous thing indeed, your majesty. I know we tolerate these heathen practices in the north, but this is too much. How could it be the bear's fault? Chiefs believe the bear is sacred to their false god. Apparently, Skuranorn is the deity of wisdom and medicine. What do we do, your majesty? Our traders will lose their livelihoods if they can't sell grain to the northerners. Alright, what can be done about the reclusive chiefs? A. Set up trade between the grandees and barons instead. Excuse me, interesting. B. Ask the chiefs to share their knowledge once they emerge. C. Send in church missionaries to debunk these heathen myths. Or D. Have the bear quietly assassinated. If anyone who votes for this, I'm banning you. You don't get to kill the bear. That's mean. I'll give you guys extra money, though, if you vote to debunk these heathen myths. Oh, Josh, I think you'll need to join... Oh, wait, are you in the game? Yeah, you'll have to type in !join before it'll allow you to vote for stuff. No worries. Oh, damn, another grandee. God damn it, Val. How could you do this to us? Alright. Okay. So, our votes are split, as are our legs. Voting aside at 3, we can either set up trade between the grandees and the barons, or have the bear quietly assassinated. I kind of hate you guys for picking the ones I didn't really want. Although, actually, this kind of goes... I'm realizing this would increase my faith, but it would decrease my stability. But, Don't kill the bear. I was trying to time it to kill the bear frame 1, but I picked the wrong option. Oh no, Val. Unfortunately, because Val decided that they wanted to try and mess with the system. Set up some trade between the grandees and the barons instead. Chiefs get no money. Grumbling, the grandees turn their attention to business with the barons. Fortunately, the grain trade brings piles of gold to all parties. Some grandee wealth has increased, some baron wealth has increased. Trade is now wealthy in the south, and trade is now prosperous in the march. When the chiefs eventually emerge from their lodges, they're not pleased that the grandees have abandoned their trade deals, but their faith in Skuranorn's wisdom has grown even stronger. Unfortunately, Chief Cyanide perished during the ceremonies, having eaten far too many vision mushrooms, but the other chiefs say as how they would have wanted to go. I mean, to be fair, by this point, Cyanide was dead for like a good minute. Farming is now fruitful in the north. As they put their visions into practice, the crops flourish. The Archbishop claims it's a coincidence, but the chiefs fervently believe the Skuranorn guides their hands. I mean, technically, this is Cyanide's first, only confirmed death, even though they were briefly turned into a skeleton for, like, a while. Alright. Now we end the season. Alright. Now it is time for you guys to spend your money. You can... the way that you'll vote in this is !fund XY. X is the character code, Y is the amount you're pledging. So the character codes are A for the fortress, B for the prison, C for the aqueduct, D for the cathedral, E for the deer park, and F for the monument. When it comes to authority and stability, those are effects that are kingdom-wide. Those will affect me. For anything else, faith, farming, military, and farming, those will only affect the regions that they belong to. Is everyone ready to spend some cash? Exclamation point fund, and then either A, B, C, D, E, or F, and then the number of dollars you would like to spend. So, for example, exclamation point fund A 100 would fund building A for 100 wealth. God damn, that prison is popular. I wonder why. I'm so confused. It's okay, David. This one is easier when we play it when it's like through the web browser instead of playing it through chat, because then you can just like press which one you want to bid for. Clown prison 2. Oh god, that's right. Valve made a prison last time that was just full of clown paintings. Also, where is all of this? Who has $5,300? What the fuck? Is Jesus Christ, you guys. 1B 2000. How did any of you have enough money for this? I have no aqueduct money, sad. Yeah, it's real sad for you. Everyone went all in on the prison. It's wild. All right. Look at the problems you're causing for me, you guys. Buildings that have been funded. The prison has been funded with a shitload of money. All of you are broke now. Stability has gone down by 1 throughout the nation. The fortress has also been done, which means that the barons have more of a military now. About your heir. Your marriage to Zakil has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Very happy, thank you. Your happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom, but I'm glad you found a way to have both. You've done well so far, but something's still missing, an heir. I am not currently pregnant, and I'm not really sure what happens with this. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. See, I need to Google this and see if this game will allow me to actually have a child with my husband. Mm-hmm. Ba 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 ba. We're gonna see. I want to see if there's at least a way to. Oh wow, I can't even find any information about this. It turns out this is kind of a hard game to like actually find information for, because King of the Castle isn't really a super specific name. So you know what? My husband and I will have a child together. We'll keep trying. The traditional method. No one will object to that. Yeah, sure. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. And someone's getting empregged. I guess that's just how this goes. The cult spreads. Jesus Christ, Val. There's a problem with the followers of that southerner, Ortega. Her teachings have spread to the march. Worse, she's getting stronger. She's performing miracles, healing an old woman's broken arm with a single touch, curing an old man's blindness. All over the march, the common folk are throwing away their goods and cursing the barons for their greed. Are the barons greedy? Actually, Cookie has the most money. They're clashing with priests, even starting brawls in the streets. Every day we lose more workers to this cult. Alright. What are our choices? We either join with the church to officially denounce Ortega. We can recognize her as an official member of the church, or have Ortega assassinated. I think having Ortega assassinated is funny because I can assume there are going to be insane recriminations for this down the road. And you guys need money anyways. God, you guys sound like my Tumblr dash. You know what? We're trying our best. I mean, look. This isn't even the most obscene thing that I've been a part of all day. The artwork that Noodle posted is infinitely more unforgivable. And if you have not seen that yet, good luck. It's over on Twitter if you decide to take a peek. Yeah, so it turns out everyone wanted some money, and fuck Ortega. The voting is closed. We'll be having Ortega assassinated. Little money in the right place sweeps your problems clean away. For now. Seeds of Rebellion. That's the 5th peasant I've had to hang this week. And just like all the others, she was trying to steal our gold and give it to the poor. What do they need with gold anyway? Something is amiss, your majesty. Someone has been stirring up discontent among the peasantry, and I have reason to believe it's the Baron. Why would the Barons stir up trouble with the common folk? A peasant's uprising is trouble if not de-escalated quickly. The Barons will capitalize on the instability to install Vermis as monarch. Interesting. Well, I mean, you guys are still trying to lower stability. So we kill a few more, with the fear of the 9th into them. You misunderstand. That is exactly what the Barons want. It will cause chaos. Your Majesty, you must get a grip on the common folk. If the kingdom is stable, discontent will not be able to spread as easily. This will give me time to root out the conspirators. The kingdom could certainly be doing better. If things don't change soon, these protests will only get worse. Perhaps the council will aid you in this endeavor? The council's a bunch of haters. But that's okay. I trust you guys. You'll help. So. Oh, interesting. So either A, everyone chips in to pay for some new hospitals, which just means that we spend more money on hospitals, raise stability, raise defiance. B, promise some reforms to keep the common folk happy, which would delay the Baron's scheme. Peasants are always unhappy about something about them right. I think that one's boring. Make your choices. None of us know discontent. We just know plap, plap, plap. Again. I'm sure you did want C, because you wanted to cause problems for me, Alana. Also, if anyone is unaware, hold on, let me see if I can... Let's go here quickly. If you would like to see that artwork that I was mentioning before, you can find it at that Twitter account. Or quote tweeted there anyways. Alright, everyone will be paying to chip in for some new hospitals. Thank God. That was really the option I wanted. Although I guess either one of them would have worked out for me because it would have raised stability beyond what I think they can allow for. Hospitals! Everyone loves hospitals. Ever since doctors stopped waiting, or just waiting for people to die and instead tried to cure them, everyone has always wanted more hospitals. I just want the monarchy to fail. Honestly, you know what? Valid. Wait, Alana. I don't think this helped you get closer to the monarchy falling. You literally set yourself back from rebellion. Everyone that is besides the nobles who usually have to pay for it. Also, you guys have lost money. I don't really know why you guys voted for the option that would make you more broke. You couldn't really afford it. But why should we have to pay for them? They're peasants. Ba, 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 ba. Let's end our season. There's still a few turns away, aren't they? 2 seasons. 2 seasons. Back in the march, Baron Cookie has met with their co-conspirators once again. Brandy is being passed around in good measure, but there seems little cause for celebration. It's no good. The common folk are losing momentum. If we don't keep up the pressure, they'll go back to living their normal lives in peace. Lazy good-for-nothings can't even get off their backsides for one measly revolt. We have to keep them unhappy. Don't allow the king time to stabilize. The Baron's goal is to lower the kingdom's stability to 4 or less. Twitter still has that domain name because I think they know that if they changed it and like stopped allowing twitter.com to work, it would break everything. See, the thing is... Oh, shit. Oh, it's just a straight up bribe. That's why. Well, also, they don't really have much money. Or no, they do, but you know what? I can get way more out of the others. Yeah. Defiance is at 4 for everyone. Your distant cousin, furious followers, the deceased. Ooh. Let's go meet with the deceased. By Facebook too. I'm not sure if it was or not. Anyways, the elderly Chief Marjata, a cousin many times removed of Chief David Demantoid, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? I'm sorry, a friend of yours? David, I'm so sorry. Your relative has died, but they were rich as shit. She could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will, and the nobles are scrabbling for her estate. That from the rights of Twitter's name won't say all insane. Alright. David, Chief Marhata Urjata was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family. Joshua, also love that seal, by the way. 10 out of 10. By the old gods, that's a pitiful claim. And it's the people. Alright. I don't know if David's still here, but if David is here, we're either giving the money to David, we're either giving the estate or the money to Joshua. We will be giving or redistributing among the peasants or claiming the estate for the treasury. Who does... I mean, you know what? Rightfully it belongs to David. But if you guys choose to vote otherwise, you're allowed to do so. You just won't make any money off of it. Damn. Not a single ally for David. That's so mean, you guys. Never mind. Cyanide's there. For the people. Alright, in a vote that is 4-2-1-1, we are redistributing the estate among the northern peasants. 4 nobles have voted to redistribute the estate. Northern and southern nobles watch in outrage as peasants occupy the estate and move into the manor house. Using the late Chief Marjata's money, the peasants set up a marketplace on her land. It turns out to be a huge success, with merchants flocking to the palace in crowds. You trust the situation is resolved. Maybe an epic democratic city government. Something like that. I like that I've kind of just like sacrificed this one. I'm like, I can't raise your guys' faith. You're all just doing your own stupid thing. Let's meet with my distant cousin. What's up with them? Oh, hi, Val. Your Holiness, I have a matter of some delicacy to speak with you about. Good day, cousin. How's the old kingdom going? I always thought it looked like a lot of work, but I suppose you get a fancy hat. Lord Fitzalbert is your very, very distant cousin. Also, thank you, Alana, for the redeem. About 50th in line to the throne. You haven't seen him in years. Good day to you both. Lord Fitzalbert's been staying at my estate for the last year, your highness, but alas, there have been some financial impacts. He's been borrowing money from me for months, saying he'll pay me back when his luck turns, but now my coffers are bare. Yes, poor Val couldn't even afford a little banquet to see me off. I'm sorry it's come to this, but I must petition the court for funds, your highness. So we can either pay Val for their hospitality, leave him to sort himself out, or put him up at the palace. Whatever we're doing, we're not raising defiance. Make your choices. I would remind you all, though, that Val has $0 and it would be funnier if they stayed broke. How the turntables. The thing is, I figured that one was probably going to win regardless. I didn't really think there was a great chance of avoiding it, but it's better than having Defiance increase. I'll lose a little bit of cash. We'll make it up on the other end, it's fine. Paying Val. The treasurer arranges a discreet payment for Grandy Virtual Valentine. Word gets around the south about your generosity, not least because Lord Fitzalbert is eager to proclaim it wherever he can. You're not sure where your cousin will land next. You can only hope it's somewhere far away. Get me for voting out. Val, no. Bad. Not allowed to bribe with praise kinks. Oh, Val, it's you again, too. Your Holiness, that troublesome philosopher Ortega is gone, but her followers are marching on our estates demanding justice. It's the same in the march. They're making her into a martyr. Yeah, see, I can't... Interesting. We're gonna let you guys vote anonymously, because I think it's funnier sometimes to just let that happen. And I will not browse the chat to see what you guys have voted for. Other than that, you guys are voting. Huh, I wonder what might win here. And we have 4 votes. I don't know how many people are active or not. But I think with 5, that gives us enough to say confidently that it is going to that one. The voting has closed, sending the Royal Army to put a stop to this. Your troops charge in and order the farmers back their lands. Any complaint is met with a blade. Yeah, stability is not doing too hot, but authority is high. There are rumors of unflattering corn effigies made in your image, but the peasants are too afraid to even whisper Ortega's name. And that's the end of our season. The final push in the march. Back in the march, Baron Cookie has met with the co-conspirators once again. Brandy's being passed around in good measure, and spirits seem high. We've done it again, you beautiful bastards. The common folk are in an uproar. Riots are commonplace across the kingdom. I foresee no negative consequences of this. Other than for the king, of course. Huzzah. I'm sure the king is already cowering in his palace. Who knew common folk could be so useful? Now then, only one step remains. I have 2 proposals for the plan ahead. One way or another, we will push the common folk to turn violent. Alright, Barons of the March, which is to say, Cookie and Alana. You've got to make a choice. Either devalue the kingdom's currency and force the peasants into poverty, which is to lower all trade, or manufacture a food crisis and force the peasants into starvation, which is lower all farming. Better cast your votes quick. Our barons have voted for B. Manufacturing a food crisis and forcing the peasants into starvation. Diabolical. Well, you might even call it evil. With this final push, we will ensure the king soon has more than just a few angry peasants on his hands. I don't know what's happening over here. It's kind of glitched. Once the fighting starts, I'll be right there ready to step in and negotiate. The peasants. For the final stage of the scheme, barons must lower all regions combined farming to 11 or less. Right now it's at 13. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we're going to take anonymous voting out, because that has not been super useful for us. Pagan prophecies. Your enterprising cousin. Meeting your... What is that? Meeting your obligations. I'm assuming that one's the one where I finally get to have a child. No. Honored King is with deepest regrets I must tender my resignation and return to the Tatterlands with my troops. As you cannot adequately pay us our fees, we consider our protection contract null and void. I think we can work this out. I'm listening. Chief DJ Bro. Which region are you from? The Chiefs. Your defiance is high. But I think that's really funny if I can just steal some of your money to make you pay for this. This will suffice, but should you fall behind on your payments again, we won't hesitate to find a more reliable employer. By the Starflare, you can't force me to give up my money. Pay for your own protection. He can, and he just did. The king's safety is in the best interest of everyone. It's daylight robbery it is. We won't forget this. Nay. Your enterprising cousin. What the fuck is he up to now? Your distant cousin, Lord Fitzalbert, races into the room while you're enjoying your breakfast. They swear by the ninth god there's gold underground. What are you talking about? Alright. So I had some luck in a gambling establishment in the south, and Grandy Virtual Valentine introduced me to a consortium of prospectors selling land. Val, are you fucking scamming my cousin? They're sure there's gold beneath the earth, and they just need a small investment to dig it out. Of course I bought it. It was a bargain. I wondered if the council would like to get involved in this opportunity. So I can't invest. Have the treasury confiscate the land, or this is clearly a confidence trick. Leave him to his nonsense. I don't know if this really counts as a vote at this point. Democracy, everybody. Have fun. I get to just lower a little bit of, yeah, download more RAM. What's it like casting votes on this one, guys? How are we feeling about our democratic process? Alright. And with 4 votes out of our 12 total nobles, really confidence trick, leave him to his nonsense. Yeah, cousin is currently into crypto. Lord Fitzalbert sweeps out saying he'll find the funds himself. And he does. Whether through begging, stealing, or selling some of his many possessions, the project begins. He sends you a very smug letter to that effect. Okay. Pagan prophecies. The Northern Chief's God Speakers have uncovered an ancient prophecy. And what does it say? That's beside the point. All I know is that this specific heresy is spreading like wildfire and must be stamped out immediately. Yeah, I don't think we're out doing that. What she means to say is the chiefs plan to use the prophecy to justify unseating you. True or not, many Northerners believe it. What do we need to do? You must ensure that faith in the ninth god is strong across the kingdom. It will be our best defense against the pagans. Alright. So, keep in mind right now, guys, that the chiefs of the north will be fulfilling their next scheme with the next turn. So if you are, I don't know, hypothetically a grandee or hypothetically a baron, you don't want them getting any closer. A and B are the only 2 ones that you guys can vote for. C would allow the prophecy to spread, which is bad. The only thing about that is that... You know what? Make your choices. Can't believe you guys are gonna split the vote on me. How cruel. I don't know if it means 40% of all nobles who are in the game or just 40% of the nobles who are like currently voting. Anyways, anyone want to vote? Going once, going twice, and sold. A has won. We have, oh, cool. Stability did go back up. Okay, never mind. That's fine. Order the priest to go to the north and decry the prophecy as false. Ooh, I mean, that wasn't really enough faith. It didn't really do enough for us. Oh, shit, but the north is pissed. Hundreds of priests are sent up north to preach to the local populace, which naturally causes tension with the chiefs. You hope it will be enough. I didn't really realize how bad Defiance was going to get over that. Valter's chosen. Far to the north, an ancient ceremony in a smoky clan hall reaches a fever pitch. Lumi, the chief's claimant, sits atop a throne of bones surrounded by god speakers chanting in a forbidden or forgotten tongue. And thus, with Morgana as my witness, I hereby crown you the monarch in the north, the Lord Render, soon to be monarch of all the kingdom. Glory to the Lord Render, chosen of Valtor. Glory to Morgana and the north. The assembled chiefs roar in chorus with each other. Steins are smashed against one another in celebration. Now I must bring down the false king in the south and fulfill the prophecy. The only question is how. Alright, chiefs of the north, it is time to vote. Will you be lowering your own defiance, or will you be sacrificing thousands of goats to the old gods and calling upon them to intervene? Which is raising your own farming. Keep in mind, these are your current statistics. Your defiance is at 8, your farming is at 6. Leave the game with a command. Like just watch typing is about this one phone. Yeah, no, I think if you can just choose to not vote, and there's no way to leave, unfortunately, I don't think. Alright. Lure the king to the north and sacrifice him in a pagan ritual. Yeah. Everybody's eepy. Next game, I think we're going to try and play it through web browsers and stuff, because that one's a little bit easier, I feel like, in terms of, or would that be easier for... I still don't know. I can't decide whether it would be better to keep doing this through Twitch chat, even though I know Twitch chat can be a pain to, like, type in, or having it as a browser. So it is destined, so it will be. Spread the word to all Morgana's children. The Thronebreaker has risen, and the false king will fall. But first, we drink in honor of the gods. More cheers are up to the clan hall. Come morning, there will be a lot of work to do. For the final stage of their scheme, chiefs must lower their defiance to 5 or less. That's not very low. Dreams of being in the south. Down in the south, Grandee, MSB, KKKKKKK, whatever, is visiting wizard Athmerl in her tower, floating on an island amid the clouds. The beehives are silenced, and over in the apiary, the vast cities of the Dream Queens are hollow ruins. It pains me that this was necessary, but they were growing arrogant. My thanks, great wizard. Now, shall we discuss how to overthrow this troublesome king? Curse him with a face worse than a fate worse than death, which is raise trade, or send him far, far away so he can never return, which is raise stability. Make a choice. To all of our grandees. Technically our largest nation. Content split vote. Val, MSB. This version of Cookie Cat is not available. Oh, never mind. So I guess that's it. The voting has closed. Raising trade. I should have checked and seen what trade is for you guys. Oh, your trade is pretty high. That's not great. Worse than death. Well, it can be done, but it leaves such a bad taste in my mouth. King Viv deserves no such fate. If you want me to do this, I will require additional payment. Perhaps more than you can afford. God above, I thought we'd already sealed the deal. I offered to overthrow the king, not torment him. Come back to me when you can afford my services. For the final stage of their scheme, the grandees must raise their trade to at least 9. Rebellion report. Defiance is too high, and one or more regions is considering rebellion. Rebellion will stop the regions from advancing their schemes. So the chiefs of the north could also choose to start a rebellion. Only one is needed to start the rebellion. Oh wait, I have an heir. Hold on, we need to see what Mpreg is going on over here. Request for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to... Council hall is filled with nervous silence. My son, my daughter, my child. I'm really mad. I mean, gay son. The assembled nobles break out in polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your son. What is his name? David. Viv the Second. What's that? Oh, I got an achievement. Fresh heir. Chose an heir to the throne. The gods are good. Keep in mind, this is our 3rd game of this, and this is the first time I've had an heir. Yeet, baby. The gods are good, your greatness. I'm sure little Viv the Second will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Your fortunate cousin. Your Majesty, your Majesty, your Majesty, are you quite alright? We've dug out a vast amount of gold from my land. I'm rich, but I have no idea what to do with the accounts and taxes and everything. It's such a lot to think about. Oh. I know which one of these is the best one. Yeah, who gave birth? We're gonna... I will say that my husband seems like too much of a brat to be a proper bottom. A bratty bottom can be good, but only to certain points. So I guess it's me. You guys are not allowed to split the wealth amongst yourselves. Hey, Remy, how's it going? How are you doing? Bratty bottom, I'm awake. Yeah, I know you are, Val. Yeah, I know you wanted money. That's super unfortunate for you. Awesome, I'm glad to hear it. If you would like to vote, or if you'd like to be part of the game, you can type exclamation point join in the chat and you can become one of the nobles. Oh, damn. You guys really want... None of you want him to keep as well. Voting has closed. Lord Fithalbert is outraged. He tells everyone who will listen the king is a cheat and a coward. That didn't go great for us. Many grandees who would expect a part of the gold windfall will speak against you. Oh hey, but it fucked over their trades. That works for me. The chiefs of the north. 2 are needed to rebel. Bankruptcy looms. Treasury is almost empty, your highness. Where the hell did it all go? I couldn't possibly say, your majesty. Perhaps you've been spending a little too freely. Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You can get a bank loan, or sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold, or so I've heard. I own the royal mint, don't I? Make more coins. Take a hefty loan from Salvant and Gaul Bank. Time to crack open some tombs, or sell off some of the royal jewelry to wealthier nobles. I think it's really funny if I just print more money. I'm rich as hell. allowing you to pay off several old debts. Surely there are no consequences to hyperinflation. The rebellion will be led by Kiefer, if it happens. Also, now it is time for you guys to spend money. The options are A, a deer park, which will decrease farming for the barons. B, fortress, increases military for the barons. C, monument, increases authority across the kingdom. D, theater, decreases authority across the kingdom. E, trade up 1 for the grandees. Or F, stadium, lowers military by 1 for the grandees. Everybody ready? Alana, you will have to send your message again. You gotta wait for it to start. There we go. Interesting. Wait, why are you guys... You guys realize that this one gives that, like, puts the barons closer to a victory, right? Second prison funding this round. 30 seconds remain. We've got the Deer Park in the lead with 2,400, followed by the Grand Bazaar, which will increase trade for the grandees by 1. They need to get their trade up to 9. Farming needs to get down to 11 or less. As of right now, it is 13. We'll bring it down to 12. It would only cost $401 to change up what is being picked. Kiefer, you have $0. The Deer Park has been funded with farming going down by 1 for the barons, and the Grand Bazaar has been funded, leading to increased trade for the grandees. The rebellion report. Defiance is too high. One or more regions is considering rebellion. Rebelling will stop the region from advancing their scheme, and they can't be taxed or take part in normal votes. Let me pretend to be rich. Fair enough. Alright, remember, if you are a chief of the north and would like to rebel, you can rebel by typing in !rebel. Keep in mind, our chiefs of the north are David, DJ, Kiefer, and Cyanide. Alright, your ambition. Let's figure out what my ambition is. Well, Val, you can't rebel. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a peacekeeper. So far, you've not convinced anyone. Your kingdom is still on the brink of chaos, you imagine. Why? What? Current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot. Change your image. Your other advisors have some ideas. Crush these disloyal nobles. Smash their armies. Force them to submit. Help us spread the zeal of the ninth god. The church will lend our full support. With the backing of the church, nobles wouldn't dare move against you. Another idea. Declare war on the Ashmedian Empire. Nobles will forget their schemes if you win. Don't listen to the rest of these fools. Have you heard the Scepter of Sages is a lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise? There's a legend that any king who recovers it will rule over a golden age. Authority and military. Authority and faith. Farming and military. Faith and trade. Actually, that's not a bad one. Cover the Scepter of Sages. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin sending out adventurers to track down the Scepter's location, but adventurers aren't cheap. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's overall faith and trade as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Okay, so we've got wild beast attacks and an irksome legacy. Your Majesty, about the treasures of the late Chief Marjata, I heard there was a necklace of rubies among them. Where is the necklace now? This is of the utmost importance. The peasants probably have it. They will have no idea how dangerous it is. By the 9th. A frail monk in the 7th century wore a necklace of ruby that drove those around it to sin. I believe the late Chief Marjata had it in her collection. After all this time, it may have surfaced. She didn't sound very sinful. Grandee Joshua 14th mentioned their relative playing backgammon with her, did they not? Gambling is a sin. Everyone knows that. Necklace should be destroyed. It could be tested, but the holy reagents will be expensive. You called the council to discuss the situation. I knew all along that estate was a bad idea. Yes, as did I. A bad business. That's what I always said. It's a shame that Your Majesty fell foul of this evil magic. Backgammon is gambling. Apparently. I think I'll fall asleep. Oh no. Alright. What are we going to do? What should be done with the possibly cursed necklace of the deceased? A. Hand it over to the Inquisition. B. Ignore their concerns. C. Have the necklace tested for unholy influences. How much money do you guys have? Well, a bunch of you are pretty broke. You know what? I want to see what's up with his necklace. And you guys can make an extra $500 off the back of it. 5 votes of our 12 nobles have gone towards this. Can I have some? Beg for it, Kiefer. Val. Alone in the VIP. Have the necklace tested for unholy influences. I mean, I've got $8 billion now. We might as well. Peasants reluctantly bring the necklace to the capital, and High Inquisitor takes away in a leaden box. He returns a few days with an implacable expression. The necklace has been cleansed. I believe the monk must have been referring to some other ruby. Once the necklace is put back in its rightful place, everyone is most relieved. Many peasants and the nobles alike spend more time attending church services just in case. Look at that. We're raising that. Wild beast attacks. Your Highness, I bring ill tidings from the north. Wildlife have gone berserk in rural areas. They are attacking villages and travelers across the region. Beasts, you say? Can't you deal with them yourself? These are not mere beasts, your majesty. They are great hulking creatures, clearly twisted by magic. Some say they walk and talk like people. The northern warriors are afraid. They say the creatures are a dark omen, a sign of the end. Ninth, preserve us. What's gotten into these chiefs that they can't handle a few wild animals? The other regions have plenty of their own problems, your holiness. No one wants to march up to the frozen north for something like this. You're all as useful as nipples on a breastplate. Point of order, your highness. Though the church's presence in the north is minimal, we could provide shelter for those who need it. All will be welcome, whether they are adherents to the true God or not. It is the least we can do. God. Or, if you can afford it, send a detachment of mercenaries who aren't afraid of a few wild bears. Not to put an end to this crisis. Alright, what's our deal here? Okay. The thing I need to remind both the chiefs and the grandees is that if farming goes down in the north, then the barons can win. So what I'm going to suggest, for all of our sake, to continue the game, is to vote B. That will also increase military. But if A or C wins, the barons win. Six seconds left. More attacks, but you're way more off. I think no. Hire mercenaries to bolster the northern forces. What do I call for unity? You find a suitable company of mercenaries and send an officer from your own city watch to oversee the expedition. So the north has a pretty strong military, and that's a problem for us. They return with tales of a glorious hunt and legendary northern hospitality. Chief DJ Baralov GS is happy to report that the beasts have been forced back into the wilds. I'm so curious to see what's about to happen here. I can't tax the chiefs because they are in rebellion. But everybody else, I mean, you guys have all been pretty nice to me so far. If you guys stay on side, we can all get along better. Don't you agree? Defiance has gone down for both of them. The kingdom is in rebellion. The first side to earn 5 victory points will win. Victory points are earned through events. If the rebels are victorious, the monarch is overthrown. Interesting. Your volatile cousin, rebellion. Something strike. What's up with the strike? Hey, Puppo. How's it going? Puppo, if you would like to join, you can type !join in the chat and you can become one of our many nobles. Too long have those bastards in the Crown Lands held us down. Too long have they called us heathens and mocked our way of life. David is here, although I don't think David is present anymore. Just doing a little lurky face here. Oh yeah, no worries. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it either way. Now is the time to take up our axes and fight back. Morgana is with us. That will burn our churches and string up their lying priests. I appreciate you coming by to say hi. I'm not so goofy. I can't do that properly. Now, I ask you, brave chiefs of the free north, where will we strike first? We can launch a preemptive strike against the barons to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the grandees may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the king's authority is low. Or, finally, we could send off an assassin to nip this in the bud. Dishonorable, of course, but convenient. Alright, chiefs of the north, you get to vote. Will you be launching a preemptive strike on the barons, calling upon the grandees to join your cause, or sending an assassin after the king? Val keeps on trying to influence the vote. What happens if an assassin is sent after me? Voting is closed. Thank you for meeting with me at such short notice. The sum you offered piqued my interest. You understand why the sum is so high, though. Kiefer's wealth has decreased. God damn, you were paying out of pocket. Yes, you want me to assassinate the king. It is no trouble. I am a child of the Viper. If you have the gold and you want a man dead, he is dead. Get it done. Interesting. That's no good. Let's go talk to my cousin first. The spy master strolls into your library while you're reading, dragging your cousin Fitzalbert by the scruff of his neck. A moment, your majesty. What in the world happened? Lord Fitzalbert wriggles half-heartedly with a sulky scowl. I've intercepted a number of threatening letters from your cousin, your majesty. Nothing of concern, but recently he has hired an assassin against you. A very poor one at that. Why would you do this? You've treated me dreadfully. Why shouldn't I move against you? The so-called assassin was nothing but an amateur. Frankly, I'm amazed he didn't trip over and stab himself before I got the chance. But your cousin's actions raise concerns. Imprison him, exile him, put him in a monastery in the south. We can't kill him, unfortunately. I'm not sure what the right one is here. Let's put him in a monastery. He can become a monk. Wait, Kiefer didn't count your vote. Maybe you voted too soon or whatever. Oh, no, Kiefer did. Wait. Kiefer, is it not letting you vote? Oh, right. It's because of the rebellion. Chiefs can't vote during the rebellion. Alright, we're putting out a monastery in the south. Sorry, I forgot about that. That would have felt bad if there was just a glitch causing that. Lord Fitzalbert is furious, but he sulkily makes his way to a monastery in the remote part of the south. Faith challenge succeeded. Stability has gone up, and faith in the south has become fanatical. As it turns out, he settles in well with the monks, treating him with good-humored tolerance. You receive a letter from him a while later for apologizing for trying to kill you, and saying he's enjoying himself. Perhaps he'll cause less trouble now that he's out of your hair. Regardless, he's no longer your concern. And rebellion. At long last, the chiefs have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by Chief David Demantoid, their tattoos seeming to shift in the light of the braziers. The chiefs of the north will rip that false crown from your head and stomp it into the mud. We will be fighting for glory, for honor, and for Lumi, the true monarch. Wouldn't that alone cause authority and stability to decrease? This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other, we'll be on the battlefield. I can't... This isn't really a choice. Seize them. Come along now. Traitors get the chop. Oh, shit. What? But you can't do this. I am an envoy. See? See how the king's tyranny grows worse by the day? Your watchmen wasted no time. Chief David Demantoid is dragged down to the courtyard and their head is struck from their shoulders. Are you getting Twitch drops? Oh, lovely. David Demantoid II has joined the council. I didn't expect him to move so boldly, Your Majesty. How'd things get this bad? Leader of the rebellion is Chief Kuiper. They're citing your past transgressions as reason for the uprising. Your outrageous cruelty towards your own cousin, disinheriting Chief Cyanide just because they were a skeleton. Really? Because of that? Well, that's their excuse. In reality, it's not about you. It's a power grab. What are our chances against the rebels? Let me put it to you this way, Your Majesty. Everyone in the palace who understands the situation has wet themselves. So, this is it. Civil war. That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There will be a lot of death and suffering before all of this is over. I can't wait. I'll go dig up the trebuchets. Interesting. Oh, this one was fun the other times we've done it too. Alright. Kingdom is in rebellion. First side to earn 5 points will win. Victory points are earned through events. If rebels are victorious, the monarch is overthrown. A great battle. Something's wrong. Noises in the night. It's a starry spring night like any other until you awaken to screaming in the courtyard. Get up and investigate the sound. Rubbing sleep from your eyes, you trudge over to the window and push it open. A cool breeze washes over you, as does the pale light of the crescent moon. Then you hear it again, a blood-curdling scream followed by the sounds of shouting from below, then a deep, guttural roar. Something is attacking the palace watch. Find a weapon and head downstairs. You look around the room. There's an assortment of arms to choose from. Grab the crossbow perched on a chair. Brandishing the weapon in your hand, you get a feel for its weight before slowly pushing open the chamber door. Your honor guard are nowhere to be found. What on Celeste Ath are you doing? Don't go out there. Move silently. Stepping bravely into the darkness, you begin your search for the source of the horrible noise. The silence is more than you can bear. Despite Zakil's protest, the two of you tiptoe down the keep spiral staircase listening for clues. There's another scream. This time, it's much closer. Around the next corner. A watchman is thrown against the wall in front of you, falling limp to the ground. Before you can react, the creature appears in the dim torchlight. A hulking, mutated, Ursine figure stands before you on two legs, its mouth dripping with blood. You don't have time to think before it roars. The sound is deafening. Zakil screams loud enough to wake a troll, but the bear pays him no mind. It has only eyes for you. I mean, shoot it now. Before it is time to think, you let loose a bolt from the crossbow, which buries itself in one of the creature's thick haunches. The beast roars in pain, standing on its hind legs and swiping at you wildly. In the chaos, you frantically load another arrow and fire again. This time, the bolt strikes right between the eyes, stopping it dead. The giant corpse collapses, and you dive out of the way just in time. Then, everything goes still. Oh, we're not getting nodded. That's unfortunate. Moments later, your marshal and honor guard come rushing into the room. Yeah, not evaded. Exactly. I came as fast as I could, Your Majesty. What in the name of the ninth god is that beast? Zakil, are you alright? I'm fine, just a little startled. It looked like that thing was on a mission to kill you. The creature's body is dragged away and eventually donated to the University of Quail for further study. Stories spread of your bravery and martial prowess. Commoners and nobles alike find new respect for the king who has slain a bear in his nightgown. The authority is now commanding. Also, I want to remind the chiefs that, aside from their rebellion, their goal is to get their defiance low. Something's wrong. It's an evening like any other. You're sitting for a dinner, your servants heaping your plate with dishes fit for a king. Goose tongue pie, roast boar, jellied pigeon. As usual, your husband is taking a seat beside you and is tucking in with gusto. And of course, your wine glass is never empty. Prepare to take a swig. Aren't you forgetting something, Your Majesty? Of course, each time your drink is refreshed, your honor guard takes the first sip in case of poison. It's highly annoying. That wine is no good, I tell you. Before your astonished eyes, the honor guard who sipped your drink turns a distressing shade of purple. Then his eyes begin bugging out like an excited pug. Quick, fetch the physician. Ignoring you entirely, he starts swelling. Swelling and swelling and swelling until... Pop. He explodes, showering all the other honor guards, not to mention a few of your servants, with a foul-smelling purple liquid. Fortunately for your laundry staff, none of it splashes onto you. Ninth, save us. As you speak, your voice dies in your throat. One by one, the rest of your slime-soaked honor guards are turning purple. Get your husband to safety. You grab your husband by the hand and drag him from the dining hall. You saved me. They're all having their Violet Beauregard moment. Behind you, there's a series of grotesque pops as your honor guards and servants explode one by one until there's nobody left. Jesus! Oh, I just got an achievement called Guards. You got your honor guard killed in the line of duty. A few hours later, you go over the horrific events at dinner with your spy master. Yeah, Kuiper, I hope you're proud of yourself. You did this. Your Majesty, that must have been terribly disturbing. What the hell happened? There's a very rare kind of contagious poison known as Ainwick's Cascader. causes the drinker to explode, and whoever is touched by the remains also explodes. As you can imagine, the results can be catastrophic. We were lucky that only your honor guards and a few servants died. Who did this? One of the children of the Viper, the most feared assassins in the kingdom. No doubt hired by your enemies in the north. Ainox's Cascader is one of their specialties intended for causing maximum chaos. Well, surely does that. We're still not sure how they access the wine cellar, but as a precaution, we're pouring away the rest of your stock, even the very best vintages. The gutters will flow red and white tonight. The chiefs will pay for this. They will, your majesty. You can count on this. I need some time to process it. Of course, your majesty. The chiefs will stop at nothing, even murder, to bring you down. Thank the ninth for your honor guard. May they rest in peace. Things could have gone very differently. Yeah, as far as assassinations go, that wasn't really an assassination attempt as much as just like outright terrorism, but sure. Great battle. Vast armies darken the landscape like the shadows of clouds. Flags are flying, drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Your Majesty, the army of the north is advancing on the capital led by that treacherous cur, Chief Kiefer. Yeah, Viv could have popped. That would have been terrible. I received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the march. If they march now, they'll intercept the chiefs in a matter of days. Alternatively, they could join forces with the army of the south. It's risky, but together they'd have a higher chance of defeating the accursed chiefs. What are your orders, your majesty? Join forces. Very well, your majesty. I'll relay the orders to Baron... excuse me. Is it Baron? Barone? I don't know. Cookie, the commander in the field. Hopefully they'll do as they're told. God knows treachery can thrive on a battlefield. We have our orders, but should we follow them? Alright, Barons of the March, you get to vote. Cookie and Alana, are you going to defy orders, send the March army to fight the rebels? Follow orders, link up with the grandees. Hang back and let the rebels march in the capital without challenge. You cannot join the rebellion. There will be consequences if C wins. I'll give Cookie a chance to vote. I don't know if Cookie's still here. I thought so, but... maybe not. Alright. Unless anybody objects. The barons will be cowards. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting anxiously for your marshal's return. Finally, she bursts into your throne room. Those damn cowards. Cravens. Treacherous, yellow-bellied, lily-livered, chicken-hearted bastards. Marshal, report. Instead of engaging the enemy or linking up with the grandees, the barons just told their army to hang back. Do nothing. The rebels gained 3 victory points, guys. You are not the rebels. Authority is now credible. God damn it. They sat pretty in their camp and scratched their arses while the entire northern army walked on by. I'll have their heads for this. If you win, which now looks less likely. You have no choice but to rely on the grandees. It'll all come down to the next battle, your majesty. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. I'll lead the troops personally. I must advise against this. You're in great danger, and inspiring as your presence may be, your death would severely wound. You must protect me then. Very well, your majesty. I'll prepare your armor and horse. We ride at dawn. I'm gonna fuck you up myself, Kiefer. How dare you? Oh wait, I didn't even realize. Are the others? Or what? No, okay, nobody else is getting that close. Hyperinflation, the final battle, in the name of knowledge. Let's deal with the economy. As you ordered, your majesty, the royal mint has churned out thousands of new coins using cheap gold-like metals. The treasury is technically replenished. I sense a but coming. But it's also devaluing the currency across the kingdom. A loaf of bread now costs 100 times what it used to. Something must be done. If this gets worse, our currency will be worthless. I don't have $8,000. Adopt an entirely new currency and declare the old one illegitimate. Adopt a foreign currency. Huh. I don't really know if there's any good option here. Can't believe they didn't give you rolls. Okay. Reverse voting is going to happen this time, which means I will give you guys time to make sure that you vote correctly. This means you must vote for the option that you least want, and the option with the least votes is going to pass. So vote for whichever one you do not want to have, okay? I don't know what happens if my treasury hits 0, but I can't imagine it is anything good. I'll give you guys a little bit more time to vote. I think we only have a couple, what is it, 2, 3 votes have been cast now out of our 12 nobles. Surely there are more people who would like to vote. Alright, I guess we adopt a foreign currency instead. You slowly adopt the currency of the Ashmedian Empire, resulting in kingdom-wide shame and loss of pride. Ashmedian gold is chunky and hexagonal, adorned with a sneering face of Emperor Shemarath II. That really didn't go well for anybody at all. It's a good thing most of your citizens can't read Ashmedian, because you're pretty sure each coin is inscribed with the records of past military victories over your own kingdom. This is bad. In the name of knowledge. The chiefs can't vote, that's right. For reasons you can't quite fathom, a cloth-covered cart is wheeled into your court. It stinks all the way to the thereafter. Your Highness, I bring troubling news. It better not be what I think it is. This is the body of one of the palace watch. At least it was. He was slain a few months ago in your castle after trying to kill you. Do you recall? The bear? Just so, your majesty. This is he, transformed by some terrible curse. With your permission, I'd like to study him further to determine the curse's origins. The university would pay handsomely for the privilege, your highness. You may study the beast if you think it will help. I mean, I need the money. You permit the study of the creature despite the clergy's grumbling. Weeks later, startling news reaches your ears. There is a massacre at the university with a similar beast killing a score of professors and students alike, including Professor Drayton. This time, no chances are taken. The dead are burned immediately, including the beast, eventually felled by the city watch. You hope this is the last you ever hear of this curse. Besties, the nation is not doing too hot. The final battle. It's the night before the final battle. The atmosphere in the southern camp is subdued. Everyone knows the chiefs are a formidable foe. On the journey, you've had to leave most of the luxuries of a king behind, but your marshal was good enough to assure the royal command tent was always well stocked with wine. Abstain from alcohol. Bitch, last time I got fucking... Everyone who drank the wine got melted. Tomorrow we fight. How are you feeling, your majesty? Eager for glory. Let's see if that feeling survives contact with the enemy. Now that you're here, you need to lead your troops. Otherwise, their morale will plummet. At last, a chance to show my martial prowess. Yeah, I could have popped. Be against TOS. I look forward to seeing you in action. The next day at an ungodly hour, you climb onto your warhorse and ride out with the troops to meet the chiefs on the battlefield. The sky is blood red. Flags whip in the wind, horns blow, drums beat. Both sides are in battle formations, with the enemy visible only as 1,000 gleams of swords and armor. Your troops are looking at you. They expect a speech. They can take your lives, they can everything. If we die today, we die in glory. But try not to die. Yeah. Oh, it succeeded. Sick. The soldiers reply with a full-throated roar that nearly knocks you off your horse. We're gonna charge. Your warhorse surges... Oh, that's not good. Surges forwards, sweat steaming from its flanks. You raise your sword, and for a beautiful moment it catches the crimson light of the sun. The army roars and rumbles into motion behind you. When you reach the enemy lines, however, things get more complicated. It's pure chaos. Soldiers screaming and rolling around in the mud. Blades flashing and clashing. Blood spurting. At some point, your warhorse is cut down. You fall with it, your leg trapped underneath its thrashing bulk, and then one of your soldiers stamps on your own head. Accidentally, you hope. Everything goes black. When they see you go down, the northern soldiers roar in triumph and fight with renewed vigor. Your own demoralized soldiers let out a collective groan of despair. The battle's outcome will be decided while you're being trampled in the mud. When you wake up, you're swallowed in bandages and lying in the back of a rattling wagon. Welcome back to the world of the living, your majesty. Don't get up, your kneecaps shattered. You won't be walking on that leg anytime soon. Martial report. After you were knocked out, everything went south fast. Our troops were demoralized, the chiefs were emboldened. The battle turned into a confusing, drawn-out slog with mass casualties on both sides. And in the end, we broke first. Our troops scattered and were hunted down like dogs. The rebels have won. Although they fought through the chaos to recognize you. Now we're on our way back to the capital as fast as we can go. We've lost. We're all going to die. Pull yourself together. We want to see this year's end. We must build up fortifications, stockpile food, and train up a citizens' militia. The chiefs will be camped outside the city walls in a matter of weeks. It's time to pray to the Ninth, Your Majesty, because apart from him, we're on our own. Anyone want to auction? Thank you for the redeem, Bob Common. God damn, we have not had a good time with this so far. You can vote to fund anything.
I have a feeling that I'm in danger.
You ain't just whistling Dixie. Alright, the deer park and the... Guys, my authority's already so low. "20 seconds remain. If anyone would like to spend money on something that isn't gonna matter, because we're gonna help. It seems like it's probably maybe slightly a tiny bit over. F gives us +1 trade for the Grandies. Grandies, I mean, I appreciate the effort. Yeah. A little bit broke. Continue the rebellion report. Continues the rebellion. First side to win 5 victory points will win. Victory points are earned through events. The Grandies of the South. You know what, Grandies? Do you guys want to vote to rebel too? You can join in. You can be part of the problem. There would need to be 2 of you voting for a rebellion to begin. And at this point, you might as well just get in on it. Bob Communist is leading the revolution. Somehow the Communists have been the last ones to join the rebellion, but that's okay. Overthrow the king. No, never. Val's going down with the ship. Alright. If the Grandies do not want to rebel, then we shall continue as is. The sun rises on a city in turmoil. The chiefs began their assault last night, and since then you've heard nothing outside but screams and howls and the clash of blades. Half the capital is in flames. Soldiers rush back and forth shouting panicked orders. You haven't seen your marshal since the night before. Perhaps she's already dead. The royal court is empty except for you, your husband, and your son, cradled in the arms of his nanny. His crying is giving you a headache. There must be a way out of here, right? Some secret passage you saved for a rainy day? Tell me this isn't the end. Let's ask the spy master. You wait and stew. Outside, the screams and clashes get louder. Finally, your spy master arrives, out of breath, her face stained by smoke and blood. They'll be here any moment, your majesty. You must saddle your horse and escape the city. I know of a secret passage. We're blessed. We're saved. Yeah, show me where to go. I'm not staying and fighting. I tried that once. I got fucking stomped by my own people. You follow the spy master down through a hidden trapdoor behind your throne. Zakil accompanies you as of the nanny, still holding your son in her arms. The capital is lost, but you can get it back. The Grandies have agreed to shelter you while you plot your revenge. At least some people are loyal. After crawling down a secret tunnel for what feels like hours, you spill out into a leafy courtyard. 4 horses are waiting. As you saddle them up, you hear a wet thud behind you, followed by the sound of something rolling across the floor. Your spy master is laying dead on the ground. Her head is missing. Chief Kiefer stands over the body, flanked by a dozen soldiers, their battle axe stained red. Never liked her. Ideas above her station. Your nanny runs off, still clutching your son in her arms. At least that's a ray of hope. Even if you die now, your heir still lives. Chief Kiefer, I wondered when you'd show your miserable face. Quiet. You have nothing to fear. I'm not here for you. So you knew about the escape route. You're not the only one with spies. With a triumphant smirk, Chief Kiefer makes a sharp gesture. Northern warriors step forward, battle axes at the ready. Pray to your false god, but it will do you no good. Morgana has spun the fates against you. Fight. Empty hands can do little against armor and swords. You're given a vicious beating and the fight drains out of you. Instead of killing you, the soldiers seize you and drag you back toward the palace. Your ordeal isn't over. Your husband is dragged off too, kicking and screaming. You never see him again. You can only hope that Chief Kiefer kept their promise and no harm came to him. After a week rotting in your own dungeon, you're marched out onto a public platform, jeered at by thousands of peasants. You cringe under a barrage of rotten fruit and fresh dung. Chief Kiefer sits in the front row, grinning. The rebels have won. The capital has been taken. You are a former king. The executioner waits silently, holding an axe bigger than you. If you have any last words, now's the time. Everything I did for my king. Milking time. Up to and including milking time. Everything I did for my people. You place your head on the block. The executioner lifts his massive axe. Wait, you suddenly thought of much better last words. You turn to the executioner to tell him, but the axe is already falling. Thunk. Your head bounces in Chief Kuiper's lap, and your reign comes to a gruesome end. Successor voting is now open. Vote A for Vermis, Barons of the March, or B for Lumi, Chiefs of the North. Who wins? You decide. Hey, you get head. You don't have to do that to get head. We'll leave it open for an extra 30 seconds after it says it's done, if it'll allow the votes to stay open. Actually, what? If it's a split vote... Oh. Lumi has taken the victory. The Chiefs of the North. Having lost the rebellious chiefs, King Viv was dragged out of the palace and decapitated in the city square. The barons joined the rebellion alongside the chiefs, but no one considered them a true contender for the crown. As a reward for staying loyal to the king, the top grandees were beheaded. In public, the survivors swore loyalty to the new regime. In private, they swore vengeance. The chiefs launched a rebellion that toppled the king and devastated the kingdom. In the aftermath, nobody could stop them from taking the throne, and Lumi was crowned to half-hearted cheers from the traumatized common folk. That was my most successful game so far. The wealthiest noble was Kuiper, but not the Kuiper who played, the Kuiper who was passively spectating, who just got all the money. The poorest noble was Alana, with nothing. The kingdom. I mean, we lost all of our stats in the end. Well, that was fun. Revenge the skeleton. That's true. I'm not sure. Do we want to play another round of this? Or do we want to do... We could maybe just like stream some Overwatch or something. It's like a way to sort of wind down. I don't know really what should be the better approach. Ooh, actually, let me claim this alt. When Sans Undertale runs the kingdom. Yeah. It's a real problem for us, huh? I don't have Valorant downloaded. Actually, yeah, if it's... Yeah, absolutely get some sleep, Kuiper. Actually, I still need to get this video finished, so we might... If people really want to play, then we can play another round, but otherwise, we might just call it. Fair enough, I guess. God damn it. Anyways, okay. I think actually, since I need to get this video done, we might just end the stream here, I think. I think in the future I need to do more to, like, advertise that we're doing a, games with viewers type of thing like this. Because last time I, like, posted about it on the community tab and stuff, and I think I missed some things. Or, like, more people saw it. Plus, this week I haven't really streamed at all, so I didn't tell people. But, yeah, anyways. Tomorrow we are going to be streaming Tears of the Kingdom because I missed the stream I was supposed to do for that on Wednesday. And then on Sunday we will be doing Yakuza 0. Both will probably be around the normal time, like in the evening. I'm not sure exactly when it'll be. We'll figure it out as we go. And I'm hoping to have the next video, the Spike Chunsoft and How to Tell Unhinged Stories, hopefully done by the end of the weekend. It's already so long. It's like 16,000 words at this point. It's ruining my life. But we're gonna get it done eventually. So that'll hopefully come out this weekend. If not, then it'll come out next week. I don't like delaying stuff, but at this point I don't know what else to do with it. Anyways, thank you very much for playing. Congratulations to the Chiefs of the North. We'll do this again, but we'll definitely do it with a little bit more like heads up and a warning that it's happening. Don't forget to hydrate yourself. For sure. Will do, Lena. We'll make sure to drink plenty of water. But yeah, come by tomorrow for more games. Come by on Sunday for more games. I'll put it on a schedule on Sunday as well. And we will go for there. Thank you for coming by, everybody. This is fun. This is a really fun game. I'm hoping that we can get like a really properly chaotic one at some point where we have like, 20 plus people playing and just have the menaces taking control. But yeah. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you all for showing up. Okay. Oh wait, shit. We should do a raid. I should actually remember to do that for once. Who is live right now? Hold on, let me check. I should have been keeping track of this earlier, but I am bad at everything. Who would be a good one? Because we're ending early enough today, there are actually people live. We could go with... Let's raid Kage. How about that? Start a raid on... There we go. Thanks for this. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna cause problems for everyone. Anyways, we're gonna start the raid. We will be raiding Kage. I don't have like a raid message or anything, unfortunately, because I am bad at my planning. But thank you again to everybody for coming by for the stream, whether it was for a little bit, for all of it, whether you've come by and watched the VoD, which will be over on YouTube. I really appreciate it. We'll do this again in the near future. Anyways, thank you so much, and I will see you around. And be sure to stick around and say hi to Kage as well. Okay. Bye-bye.